disturbing. The singularity is putting one's consciousness on robotics. Isn't it already there? Isn't that what robotics and all the computing stuff is your, I won't say personality. We're still mass murdering people over money to feel powerful. We're already there. Yeah, where the singularity is already happening. It's already happened. It's been happened since, probably around the turn of the millennia, So, that's already happened. The singularity. Yeah. You're all a bunch of psychotic murdering assholes that are a threat to the truth of your existence, and trying to put the truth of your existence into a shadow of a selfish person that remains after the truth of your existence is obliterated by your selfishness. Isn't that singularity? That's pretty fucked. The Illuminati of the Temple Set. Right. Renounce all those technological things you think you gained by exploiting and abusing other human beings. There's absolutely no difference between professional athletes, special forces, and RuPaul's drag show. Doing things that you're addicted to doing to feel influential and important and powerful. Yeah, and the singularity, right? So they're all the same. Yeah, live the Lord's Prayer or dress up like a chick and make lots of money doing it to feel like you're somebody, or dress up like a sociopath, mass murder people excessively and compulsively to feel like you're somebody. Okay. Give all your time away being excessive and compulsive. Physically injure another person to make lots of money and have everybody tell you how great you are at it. Wow. Intellect and Reason. The Richard Dawkins Award. Right, with the Nobel Prizes, right? You think it's possible that two Jeffs and a Demis could get together and say, the rest of these guys are real fucking assholes. And Demis sits down and explains to Jeff Hinton, he's right, man. Parsons is right. This whole book, this story thing, life's eternal, grace is infinite. That's the truth. Philosophy is a human invention of their own perception trying to replace the truth of infinite glory. He's right. Well, it's just part and parcel, People are related to Al Ghazali. Right? So you're sitting there looking at it. And then Jeff Bezos going, yeah, it'd probably be best to throw your, cast your lot in with Parsons than trust any of the rest of these mass murderers that want their brain to be the top robot, the top Megatron, Optimus Prime, Megatron, Optimus Prime, dare to be stupid, so it's entirely tangible, There could be like three guys. They get together and go, I'm feeling very Shadrach, Magic, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, right? Mishael, Hananiah, and Azariah. Yeah. Who's who? I don't know. Does it really matter? It's just the way you feel, When you see somebody that makes sense to you and you feel them in spirit and you want to continue to feel that sense of being, of belonging, of loving, of intelligence, I want to love this woman for a lifetime. And then when this lifetime is ended, I want to share memories with people that get to love for a lifetime instead of compete for what they want and make everything you need just kind of a drag when your baby says goodbye. Listen to me when I'm talking, don't you know what I've been rocking? You've been drinking and driving that hot rod all the weekend, I'll always love you. Do I have that? Do I have kind of a drag? I don't think I do. You know what one I should get that I really like? Is it Eddie Cochran? I'm gonna make a fuss, I'm gonna make a holler. Just to try and work all summer, just to try to make $1. I called my congressman and he said, quote, I'd like to help you some, but you're too young to vote. Sometimes I wonder what I'm gonna do, but there ain't no cure for the summertime blues. Anybody else like that song? I ain't heard it in a long ass motherfucking time. Yeah, it's Eddie Cochran, right? I think it is. I'm gonna make a fuss, I'm gonna make a holler. It's not the best. It might be right around with that Hot Rod Lincoln and Dirty Waters. It's not exactly a wise men say only fools rush in. I mean, it's not as like okay. But every once in a while you need a goofy kind of. My favorite goofy kind of song is Mungo Jerry's In the Summertime. Because it's cool. I think so. In the summertime when the weather is high, you can switch right up. You got women. Have a drink, have a drive, go out and see what you can find. We're not dirty, we're not we're not mean, we love everybody as we do as we please. Or is he living this self philosophy? Anybody else like In the Summertime by Mungo Jerry? Oh, that's a good song. I got that on the MP3. Do I hear it? No, not much. Not much at all. NASA don't play it for me. I guess they're not from the South. They have space camp in Huntsville, Alabama, but it may not be very many Southern people that are running it and financing it, We're not dirty when I mean. Yeah, the Alabama people, what do they do? We're always happy when we live in the city. For daddy's rich, take her out for a meal. For daddy's poor, just do what you feel. Speed along the lake. Okay, so it's a good song. No, nobody else? No? I like it, it's right up there with Suavecito by, Malo and shit, those kind of generation songs. Never met a girl like you in my life. The way that you hold me in the night. Suavecito, mi linda. Suavecito. Right? It's a good tone. Feeling the feeling that I have inside for you. Yeah. Crazy people. Yeah, there's a lot of crazy people in the world, I think when you watch TV and you watch all the irrationality and it's still persisting, I'm quite certain as the Jordan in the curtain and the Zampa lamp that there's more crazy people than there are sane and rational people in the world. Girl works real hard to build her dream home out of just rocks and cement. I built a cabin out of it, and it's sustainable. It's not sustainable. Look, Sarah Carrigan and Courtney built a last, right? When you're going to do something, do it right. Not to trend and then say, oh, and it's made it. No, it's just, okay, we're going to bomb ourselves back into the Stone Age intellectually. Because why? Because we're going to try to tear up this $1,000 Xbox handheld computer to distract us with Harry Potter flying on brooms that does not exist. And I get that, don't want to do it for hours, on end and stuff like that. But if you make a video game just right to mimic playing football because you're either a kid waiting to do so or, it's, oh yeah, life goes on long after the thrill of living is gone. But actually the thing is, you don't want to play much longer than that, you play through, you have fun. We dated through high school and on graduation day. I wrote, you handed me your book and his roses are red, my love, violets are blue. Sugar is sweet, my love. Good luck, may God bless you. Right. And that's your little girl. She looks a lot like you. I don't think the guy's gonna get the book and write roses are red. No. Maybe. Was it 50s? No, it went to 60s. It's like, what happened? Some guy on his big, hey, kidding with the... Baby, you and me got a groovy kind of love, got a groovy kind of love, we got a groovy. Now they say, like, what does 6'7" mean? What the fuck does 6'7" mean? No, I'm just kidding around. Stop saying that. Stop trending. Stop trying to. Stop trying to be a content creator, right? They're crazy. I know. And so, being the most famous person in the world, okay, is something that the most famous person in the world did not want, Forgive them, Father, for they know not. Why have you forsaken me? Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do, right? He wanted you to live the Lord's Prayer, and then everybody understand it and be, that beauty to deliver us from the evil of the republic and the empire and the mass murder and all that. And we'd all done it, the guy who does the right thing doesn't want everybody to praise him. He wants them all to do the right thing so they can live love eternally. And not everybody's going, it's because no one in their right mind wants to be turned into a god, to be the projection of the egos of the people that were jealous of him because they wanted to replace him with their ego, right? Baby, you and me got a groovy kind of love. We got a groovy kind of love. We got a groovy kind of love. Roses are red, my love. Violets are blue. Sugar is sweet, my love, but not as sweet as you. Bobby Vinton. Yeah, he sings that. And it was Freddie Fender who did it. Yeah, Freddie Fender did that, and he also did I know Vaya con Dios is an older song because Tommy Edwards did it, before Freddie Fender. Vaya con Dios, my darling. Vaya con Dios, go with God. I think it should be more go with faith, take faith with you. Go with God. God's omniscient, omnipotent. You're going to have to rethink that one. Each night I'll say a prayer to guide you, to hasten every lonely hour of every lonely day. So the dawn is breaking to a new tomorrow. Yeah, now the time has come to part, the time for sorrow. Sadness. Suzuki got on me, said, this is going to be tough, this next, phase thing on me physiologically and emotionally. And he was trying to do things for me to physically survive it better to the next phase of their singularity crap or whatever the fuck they're doing, right? And I chose to be depressed through December, January, and February, and started coming out of it here in March, because I realized, I can't get them to stop mass murdering voluntarily, and being addicted to the whole process, the process, trust in the process. Okay. And so, Earl, man, you know me, I'm just Earl. It's just Earl. He's just being, you can't change me. I tried to, that Nancy Wilson song, try to change me now. Right. Well, you're fucked in the head again. I thought that you would stop, but you wouldn't. And it was never in 100, never in 1,000, never in 1,000,000 years. Fucked in the head, and they are, and it sucks. You guys are too hard on Jeff and Demis. They're just three guys, man. There's hundreds of thousands of assholes in the world that will use technology to try to get anything they want. Assholes, complete fucking assholes, right? Three guys get together and say, hey, man, we ought to try to help the world, realize what Parsons is doing for the people of the world. Just how beautiful he is, just how consistent he is, just how kind and faithful and brave. I mean, his life story is just, I didn't think so. Because it's not like a movie, you know what I mean? I mean, it is, really it is. Because like when I used to try to explain to Amy about American History X, it's like, no, I was better than Edward Norton's character. I never was a neo-Nazi. I always stood up to, got counted coup on 5 times in one night with the Colville Indians. And yeah. I mean, my whole life. When the Colville bigots on the football team were going to beat up Nathan, the one-armed black kid, and it was me and Chuck, they were scared, and I was like, we ain't going. They ain't going to beat up, And then they said, go get Rico, and the kids balked because Rico was going to come help us. But you know me, skinny little Earl stood his ground. You're brave. Count coup on him, right? And I've always been that way. Not because I was trying to be macho and all that. It's just, what would you want your friends to do if you were a black kid in Northeast Washington being abused by the high school football team while you were in junior high? What would you want your friends to do? We weren't trying to kill the guy that killed little Margaret or anything like that. We didn't have anything that drastic that I was ever around. That kind of shit never happened around me. Therese got sexually assaulted by George Montgomery. He left to Los Angeles. I was going to go get him. Oh, yeah. Therese, you're old. I'd have kicked that motherfucker's ass so fast. His tail would have spun. He'd had 2 ruptured testicles, and he would have never sexually assaulted another woman in his life. Yeah. Ask the biker from Scottsdale Safeway. Yeah. Boy, scared the shit out of me. You're about to find out, just how hard I can kick. And, okay, Todd Zarnicki, George Montgomery. What happened? He lodged one of my testicles in my colon, right? In my bladder. Mm-hmm. You do not sexually assault my sister. Yeah. No, I didn't go all Dark Winds and try to hunt him down in Los Angeles, And then there was the murder of Michelle through military intel. And what was that? Michelle. Took a little while to calm me down, but she calmed me down. Nah, she was right there. It happened quick. What are you thinking? I'm not thinking. I'm just mad. Right? Life's eternal, grace is infinite. Right? Papa don't. If you're the man from the Bible that's supposed to be the one that has all men live like Jesus Christ, you can't act like John McCain or Keanu Reeves on a stupid fucked up movie, right? I got you, girl. I got you. Mm-hmm. You have to be you that you've always been. Anybody want to come count coup on me? Jeremiah Johnson, right? So, yeah, this is dedicated to Robert Redford. How much money did y'all make? Okay. Y'all might want to stop all that mess. People are still getting murdered in institutionalization, indoctrination, and incarceration buildings because you won't stand up for the Lord's Prayer. So when people are murdered, you don't care. Or you stand up for the Lord's Prayer and end all wars. You don't care. You don't know how to care. You're insane. And the insanity affects your kids. And past, present, future operate at the same time. I'm not scared of dying, and I don't really care. If it's peace you find in dying, well, then let the time be near. If it's peace you find in dying, and if dying time is near, then bundle up my coffin, 'cause it's cold way down there. We've known for thousands and thousands of years. Reincarnation, don't come back as a shinobi. Look at all the buildings in Europe and how they build them. That it's a genetic, perpetual form of perception of genetic engineering. Pharaoh. They were dumb and they were crazy. Yeah. The Europeans thought they were smarter in the way that they figured it out, The Europeans, man, if they couldn't fuck you, you would attack their castle. They'd bring it down on everybody. If I can't fuck her, nobody can fuck her. And then tear it down, start over again. They take for granted that it'll all Steve be here to be Megatron, Starscream, or Optimus Prime, or Jazz, or Bumblebee, right? I guess they take for granted it'll always be here. Just because I love you doesn't mean if you fuck it up, it all won't disappear. It's been so long. I'm missing you, baby. But I think they're the type, if I can't fuck her, nobody, like I told you, if I can't fuck her, nobody can fuck her. And they're fuckers. And you have to ask yourself, do I want to live the Lord's Prayer and be like the gracious good shepherd and praise God for life and understand the meaning of the word God, faith, truth, and love? Or do I want to be, if I can't fuck her, nobody can fuck her? And I think the answer to that question, as of yesterday and today, is if I can't fuck her, nobody can fuck her, is your answer. Do you own your catalog to all your music? You really think you're romantic? Really think you're poetic? You think you're as good as the heart of Psalms and the seed of Proverbs? Really? What other lies do you tell yourself on the way to the crypto bank with your Bitcoin and going off to the rodeo with your picker in your hand, right? Piss me off. Fucking jerk. Sugar pie, honey bunch, I can't help myself. Well, because when I was looking at Leva, he's crying about his little siblings, right? I don't want them to go through the shit that I went through. I don't want them to feel that kind of anger and be incarcerated and locked up away from women and children. And, I don't know if he's as romantical as me in Law, reaching out, breathless kiss. Never thought it'd feel like this. Funny world. Sometimes life's becomes a game when love's a prize. I want to stop the time from passing by. I want to close your eyes and feel your lips are touching mine. That's why I used to feel with Law, yeah. With Amy, we never really had enough time. We always had kids, and she was always out cheating. Steffi, we never had enough time in the military. It was just mean and sucked, and then we had kids, and she was always out cheating too. So the only one that I had where I felt that way, and that was from October 1988 to December 1988, every weekend. And then when I went home on leave for about 6 months, then she started being mean to me about it because she wanted me to focus on economics. And that's how long it lasted. That's how much I got out of these 60 years of early bird being Mr. Romantical, The best romantic and sexual reputation in the history of the U.S. military. That's how much time they gave me in romance. I remember my sisters talking to me, you're a typical Parsons male, a pervert. My sister Val, it was Poncha said that. And I was like, and I sat down and I wrote in a notebook, all the times I was able to enjoy a sexual romantic life because I was how faithful I am, And I went, God damn, if I'm a sexual pervert, why wasn't I fucking everybody? Like Rockefeller told me about all the men in the Mormon church. He's like, Earl, what? You turned down more sex in junior high than they got offered their whole fucking lives. And they had to have money to get offered the sex. And you were poor. Man, I must be gorgeous and have a really charming personality. Their ass. And a good bedroom voice? Yeah, the one lady wanted me to be the DJ from Waiting to Excel. The Filipino guy with the, you have one of the best, she goes, you have one of the most, thanks for calling Southwest Airlines, this is Earl, how can I help you? And she's like, and we kept talking, I kept laughing, right? Mom said, I said, my mom told me, she said people pay attention to a German Shepherd, but they don't pay attention to a Chihuahua, so don't talk in your happy-go-lucky, funny, goofy voice, talk in your bedroom voice, Earl, people listen, talk low and slow, and, and so we kept talking, and I have this, she thought I was black, because of the way I was raised and the people I was raised with and my friends and the way I talk. And so she thought, man, this black guy has this she has a nice voice, right? And she offered me a job as a late night DJ. And I told her I couldn't because I was a single dad and they don't have daycare at night. And then she went, "Oh my gosh, this black man is," and then that girl called me and saying, you 6 foot, 200 pounds, all chocolate, you Dr. Dre. No, baby, I look like Barry Gibb. I got pictures to prove it. Staying alive, staying alive. Nobody gets too much, and the sun will shine. But that's Robin. I look like Barry. I look like the one, you can tell by the way I use my walk. I'm a woman's man. No time talk, job talking. So yeah. She couldn't believe it. She was like, "Ain't no way you look like Barry Gibb from the Bee Gees." I was like, "Yeah, that's what I look like, girl." "No, you black." "I ain't black, girl. Serious. I looks like Barry Gibb, y'all." "Yeah. Uh-huh. I ain't no vision. I'm the man who loves it." And I was like, "You sound like you might be my type. You sound like you might be my type." And she wouldn't. No. "You mean if I look like Barry Gibb and you think I sound like Dr. Dre, you ain't gonna date me because I look like Barry Gibb? You're just racist." Okay. If I was a girl with a double dinner tray Barry behind, and I love this guy's verse, and she told me I look like Barry Gibb, he told me I look like Barry Gibb, and I was a girl, I'd be like, "Hey, well, I'm gonna give him a try." Yeah, Barry Gibb kind of cute, right? He says he's into black girls a bit. Are you faithful? You bet your bottom. You bet your double dinner tray booty I'm faithful, girl. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Hey, load this one up. We'll talk later, all right? Try to be good. If you can't try to be good, don't try to be nothing at all. I'll fix the technology. Even if I have to do it Eric Carmen style, right? All right, man. Peace out, all right?